Hey guys, it's Dane at ZIMM'S Guitars. Now, I've been doing this garbage to glitter. I have another guitar. Now, you guys have seen so far, everything I've done is BC Rich guitars, but this time, we're gonna go for a Carvin. Okay, so today, it's a Carvin. And it's got a Carvin branded Kahler. So it's a very weird thing where Kahler was making the 2-point trems and for Carvin and I think other companies. And finally Floyd Rose was like, okay, enough's enough. And so this is a very early, very strange Kahler. You got a pickup in here. I don't know if it's a Carvin pickup or not. No inlays on the fretboard, which is kind of strange. But this one is neck through. And now I know half of you guys are going to be like, bro, don't paint that guitar, don't paint it. But you know, you've got this big area in the back here that doesn't have any paint in there. Something's going on here where it doesn't look super clean. So somebody had a back plate on here and it probably installed this Kahler at some time in this guitar's life. It doesn't have a back cavity cover on here, and it's neck through, but it's kind of a very neat old cool guitar, and it's got some really bad scrapes and scuffs, and it's got residue from a sticker on there. It would just be very fun to make this thing look badass. And so my painter is down here. I'm going to give it to him. He's going to disassemble the whole guitar. He's going to paint it. I think we might leave the headstock alone that says Carvin and just leave that in black. And I'm going to give my painter 100% of the decorating design that he wants to do.
3 weeks later.
Okay, so the Carvin is back from the painter. And it now has a red and black crackle finish on it. I had him leave the headstock alone, but here it is. Now here's the fun part. It's time to put this guitar back together. So let me put it over on my workbench and we will reassemble the guitar. Okay, so I'm rethinking a couple of things on this guitar. I've got Neil down here, but we are going to put this Seymour Duncan pickup. This thing ohms out at like 16 something, and we're going to put a push-pull switch in it so we can coil split it. All right, so I'm getting some strings on it, testing it out. Our coil split is functioning. And I'm just trying to get it tuned up now. It's looking good. It's coming together really nicely. Okay guys, so this guitar does not have a back plate. Now I don't mind not having a plate over the trem arm here and the springs and all that. That I don't mind. But this right here, I need a back plate because it's got wiring and stuff in here. So there is actually a guy down the street here in Tempe, Arizona that has a CNC machine and he can make one for me. But this is sort of one of those little kind of a what would you call it? It's kind of a little hack, right? So I've got an old DVD case, a very horrible Adam Sandler movie. Unwatchable, right? So what I'm going to try to use, I'm going to try to use this piece of plastic right here and make a back plate out of this plastic, because it's thin enough that I can cut it with a pair of scissors. Okay, regular pick guards, that you can't cut them with a regular pair of scissors. It's really hard, but this stuff I think I can. It looks like it's big enough to go on there. I might be able to use this side of it. So I'm gonna try to make a back plate, you know, the cavity right here, with this stuff. Wish me luck, here we go. First I'm gonna make a template out of a piece of paper. Okay, so I'm gonna put a piece of paper right here and tape it down. And then I'm just gonna try to do one of these kind of things. Look for my scissors now. There they are. Okay, let's see what happens here. It's just like arts and crafts back in freaking first grade, right? Elementary school. Okay, so you guys know what I'm doing now, huh? Okay, now, just gonna trace that onto here. Is this gonna be freaking perfect? No, probably not, but it'll cover that thing, and hopefully it'll help me sell this thing. Because that's the key, that's the goal to everything that I do down here. The goal is to fix stuff up so you can sell it. Nobody keeps their old DVDs anymore anyhow, right? I think I found that. I think I found this in the trash. Adam Sandler. Yeah, that movie sucked. Alright, here we go. Okay, so like I was saying, now I think we can cut this with your average pair of scissors. Because it's really hard to sell a guitar without a cover over the electronics. And this stuff you can actually cut with scissors. Gonna be perfect? Probably not. Is it gonna be close enough? I'm hoping so. Okay, here we go. Close. It's too big, so I just need to trim it a little bit. Anyhow, you guys get the idea, right? Have you ever tried to actually cut a pick guard? It's not easy to do with scissors. Can't do it with scissors. Okay, here we go. Take two. Oh, you know, it's not too great, but I'll have to manipulate this sucker in there. And if you guys are patient with things, you know, you'll probably be better at it than I am here. If you guys will probably do a better job at this, you know, without a camera rolling where everyone is judging you. You guys will probably be better at it. Okay, so it's getting closer. Okay. There it is. One back plate made out of an old DVD case. Now I got to figure out how to screw it in there. I think I'll just put a screw there, there, and there. So I'm going to find 3 tiny little black screws, and I'm going to drill a couple of holes, one right there, one right there, and one right there, and just put tiny little black wood screws in that. And I should have a back plate. All right, guys, so I have it all back together. This thing plays great. I mean, I'm not much of a player. I'm a bass player in my band, but I sit here and play a little guitar because I'm in a guitar shop every day. But this thing turned out really awesome. You know, I tried to buff it a few more times. The clear coat's a little sort of, it's a little dull in some spots, but I think it could be buffed out some more. But other than that, this thing is a freaking great shredder guitar. Tons of fun to play. Again, we put the old coil tap in here so you can click it out, and that gives you a single coil sound, and on this amp you're not going to hear that. A little more bright in the single coil.